Well, welcome back to the channel and to the Ultimate Racing League and our Wednesday challenge in the VW Beetle in Lobby 2. This is race 3 of 3 and we have had 2 cracking races so far here in France at Alsace village at the fictional track, 3.3 miles, 17 corners. And yeah, the racing has been brilliant, especially race 2. So for race 3, unfortunately, we have lost one of the drivers. Idle 4 Gaming has had to retire, which just leaves us 11 guys still on track, but that is still enough for some fantastic racing. So Idle 4 Gaming won, so he would have been starting on pole, but as I say, because he's had to leave, everybody has moved up a position. So we're going to run down the grid order now. So there's no reverse grid. It is positions on the grid as you finished your last race. So Slowpoke on pole position with Hodgie in second, Grahamid Ali is third, Niggle fourth, P White is fifth, Biggie is sixth, Kian is seventh, Castrian eighth. Then we've got Declan in ninth, Viking is 10th, and Phaser is 11th on the grid, ready for race 3. So change the camera angle and let's get this race underway, shall we? This is our third and final race. It is a rolling start, so they're not already racing. Like in race 2, the race has already started before, before the camera sort of started to record, but we're off and racing now as Slowpoke takes us up towards turn 1. All change of tyres as well. So Slowpoke on the hard tyres. Hodgie just behind him on the mediums. So I'm sure Hodgie won't be in P2 for very long. Grahamid Ali, he's also on the hard tyres. So they top 3. Niggle in 4th. Well, we've seen how rapid Niggle is. He did a fantastic job on the hard tyres in race 2. Oh, as he goes sideways. That's a bit of a touchy-feely session with P White. Let's just go back and have a look at that. That was a very touchy-feely, wasn't it? P White in 5th as they come down towards turn 3. And it looks like Biggie's in there as well. Biggie's just having a look, just trying to find a way through. Yeah, there was a bit of a touch there from P White, which sort of unbalanced Niggle. P White did wait. He didn't go to tearing off, which is the right thing to do. And they are all still facing the right way, although that did cost them a place or two because Biggie took full advantage. And why not? And he's moved himself up into 4th. Biggie on the soft tyres. Grahamid Ali on the hards, Hodgie on the mediums and Slowpoke on the hards. And it looks like Slowpoke's coming under attack already from Hodgie. Grahamid for Ali, he also fancies a good bite at that. And Biggie as well. Biggie's up there now. Biggie's up into 3rd. He's managed to get by Grahamid as he takes the inside line through turn 8. And he's also having a look at Slowpoke. Hodgie has managed to get by and into P1. Hodgie is also having a look at taking a chunk out of Slowpoke. And as they go through turn 10 into the notorious turn 11. And Biggie has done it. Biggie's got himself up into 2nd already. He is definitely on a mission in this race. So Biggie on the soft tyres. He's not wasting any time at all. He has made his way through the pack up into P2. And he's now chasing Hodgie down. As we come to the end of lap 1, so it is Hodgie, then it is Biggie, Slowpoke in 3rd, then we've got a few cars now battling it out for P4. At the minute Niggle holds that spot. We've got Kian just sitting behind him in 5th, Grahamid Ali is there, P White is in 6th, Grahamid Ali in 7th. Around turn 1, P White still holding on to 5th. Declan is in 8th with Viking 9th, Phaser 10th and Castrian down in 11th. So Castrian's obviously had a bit of a spill somewhere to find himself down in 11th. But everybody relatively close at the minute, so no breakaways. Hodgie desperately trying to get away, but Biggie's having none of that. Biggie's staying with him. And Biggie, well, he had his first win last week and he fancies another go. And I'm not going to write him off for this one either. He is on a mission, isn't he? Hodgie's going to have to work very hard to keep Biggie away from him today. So these two, I think, are going to be battling all the way to the end. We're just going to go down the pack. Slowpoke out, still in third on the hard tyres. So how long is he going to stay there? P. White, he's on the soft, so it's only a matter of time, isn't it? And also Niggle on the medium tyres. So Slowpoke at the minute doing everything he can, although P. White has got himself on the inside as they go into turns 8, 9 and 10. P. White has moved up into third. Slowpoke down into fourth. Through turn 10 into turn 11. Get that car slowed down. P. White seemed to go a little bit wide, but it's kept it on track and moves up into third. Niggle in fifth. Well, it's only going to be a matter of time, I think, before Niggle gets that P4, and he has. Niggle has moved through into P4. Slowpoke now going backwards. Muhammad Ali in sixth. He's going to be moving up on Slowpoke as well. Declan in seventh, Phaser 8, then Viking, Kian and Castrian. Oh, Kian has picked up a penalty, a 1.5 second as well. That has got to be for a barrier collision. The penalties are pretty harsh on this track, aren't they? It's a very tricky track as well, and the penalties, well, they're just a bit hard. So back up to the top then. Hodgie still in P1, fighting off the advances of Biggie. Biggie though all over Hodgie. Let's jump on board, shall we, with Biggie as we go around turn 4, down this, well, very slight hill to turns 5. Turn 5 and 6 almost follow each other. Hodgie taking the defensive line. Biggie staying out wide to cut straight across turn 6 into turn 7. Again trying to nick a little bit of that apex on the inside, and then it is foot down on the noisy pedal all the way through turn 8. Maybe a lift halfway round into turn 9 they go, and now Biggie is all over the back and up the jacksie of Hodgie, trying to pile the pressure on as they go into turns 10 and 11, and it looks like Hodgie just couldn't quite get the car slowed down, and Biggie says thank you very much, I'll have a bit of that. Now where is he? As Biggie is in P1, there he is, we can just see Hodgie in the mirrors. So Biggie now into P1, and well, he's going to be definitely looking to stretch his legs and get away from the rest of the pack. Hodgie's still in P2, he's not giving it up yet though. P. White, he's also on the soft tyres in third, so he'll be looking to have a bite at Hodgie. Niggle, well, Niggle, he's always there and thereabouts, is he? Doesn't matter what tyre Niggle's on, you will always find him up there in the top 5. Phaser now. Phaser's made his way through the pack up into P5, so he's having a great race so far, is Phaser. Slowpoke in 6, started on pole, and well, just gone backwards, but finds himself now in P6, hoping that the hard tyres have warmed up enough to hold on to that position. Muhammad Ali in 7th. Then we've got Declan and Viking battling it out yet again. These two had quite a fight in P2, in race 2, sorry, and they're doing the same thing again. Declan on the hard, Declan and Viking both on the hard tyres. Cashman in 10th with Kian down in 11th, still carrying that penalty. Whether it's another one, I don't know. But Kian finds himself down in 11th and with a penalty to serve. So he's, I think he's had another bump with the barrier. So that's unfortunate for Kian. So back up to the top. Well, Biggie's just pulling away, isn't he? Hodgie hanging on to P2. P. White sitting there in P3 at the minute. We are well fast approaching halfway through this third and final race as P. White gets a little bit wide, kicks up some dust, but he's all okay. So these 4 now breaking away from the rest of the pack. Phaser sitting in 5th, trying to catch back up to them. Slowpoke in 6. He's still got Grahamid for company. Let's have a few corners with Grahamid, shall we? As we chase Slowpoke down, we've got Declan just sitting behind us. So across the start finish line for Grahamid into turn 1, keeping it nice and tight. Careful on the accelerator. There is a bit of a bump on the exit of turn 1 there that can unsettle the car, but Grahamid seemed to cope with that well. As we go up the hill through turn 2, and then immediately throws you into turn 3, which is a bit of a hairpin bend, drifting over to the right for turn 4. Again, trying to keep us tight on the apex as you can. Then it is foot down towards turn 5. Declan's still sitting there in 8th, and Grahamid getting closer and closer to Slowpoke as they come up the hill and then into turn 7. Careful on the power as you exit turn 7. We've seen a few spins there, haven't we, this evening? Around the long embankment of turn 8 through turn 9, and then this is where it starts getting technical. Hard on the brakes in turn 10 to try and get the car slowed down enough to make turn 11. You can see Slowpoke went very wide there, but manages to keep it on track. But all that's done is allow Grahamid to get even closer as they now start the climb up through turn 12, and it looks like Grahamid has made the move at the top of the hill as they start on back down the other side into the chicane section. These two side by side. Oh, and Slowpoke is still there. Slowpoke is still in front in P6. Grahamid just couldn't quite get the job done, and has given the place back to Slowpoke. So that was a lap with Grahamid. Declan sitting there in 8th. I'm going to go back up and see where Biggie is. Well, Biggie is just away, isn't he? We just see Hodgie and P. White come around the corner, but Biggie has opened up quite a decent gap for himself. He had a taste of victory last week and he wants more. Biggie is definitely up for another win in this race, and well, it's his to lose now, isn't it? As we go past the 10.5 minute mark, he's just away and gone. Hodgie sitting in 2nd. Well, he can't relax, can he? He's got P. White and he has got Niggle side by side, and it looks like they're ganging up on him as Niggle goes through into P3. P. White just went slightly wide there, which allowed Niggle through. Niggle now putting a challenge in on Hodgie as they go around turn 8. Hodgie just manages to keep his nose in front and into P2 as they come through into turns 10 and 11. Now then, who's got the biggest set of nuts as they go into that turn? P. White is still in there. P. White is pushing. Niggle tries to go up the outside of, well, inside. He's down on the outside of Hodgie, trying the cutback. P. White is just waiting for one of them to hit the other one, and he will be through. This is fantastic racing from these guys. It really is bumper to bumper through this tricky section of track as well. Oh, as Niggle goes a bit deep and P. White has a little sniff at that P3, but no, Niggle manages to hold on to it. But P. White is not giving up. He is still pushing. Niggle on the mediums, P. White on the softs, Hodgie on the mediums. We just see Biggie off in the distance. But this is where the fight is really taking place. Hodgie just manages to get himself a little breather now. A couple of car lengths gap between himself and Niggle. Niggle is having his own little war with P. White as they now come into turn 3. This right hand hairpin. Everybody just sort of calm down again, having a bit of a breather before they go at it again. So P. White, he's going to start lining Niggle up again. Wait for his opportunity as they go down the hill towards turn 5. Is P. White going to have a look at the inside? No, he's not. He's just a little bit too far back. Oh, as Niggle kicks up a bit of dirt and dust there. That's unsettled the car, and P. White is back on him again. So jump on board with P. White as we're now approaching turn 8. The banked right-hander. A great exit from here is what you need. Oh, as P. White goes a little bit wide and gets on the grass. manages to get back on the tarmac, but that would have cost him a little bit of time. Maybe he can make it up now by late braking. You can see Nigel goes very deep into that turn, but he does get a good exit. And then it's into turn 12 and up the hill they go. Again, P. White kicking up a bit of the grass. He's under no pressure from behind, so his concentration is fully focused on the back of Nigel's car at the minute. Through these final few turns, through 16, then 17, just missing the barrier on the right hand side, then across the line they go to start lap 8 into turn 1. A fantastic fight taking place for P2 at the minute. So I think Biggie has pretty much got this one sewn up, but the other 2 podium spots are not decided, and it could be a choice of all 3 of these guys, Hodgie, Nigel and P. White. Fazer in 5th. I think he's just a little bit too far back as we enter the final minute of race 3. Slowpoke in 6. He's still fighting Grahamid off as Grahamid has a look at the inside. As Slowpoke just shuts the door on him, so Grahamid and Slowpoke having their own little fight there for P6. Declan in 8th, not that far off the back of Grahamid, to be fair. Then we've got Viking in 9th, Key in 10th and Castrian down in 11th. So our race leader and soon to be winner, I'm almost sure I'm ready to put the house, the car, the wife, the kids, the dog and anything else I've got on this race, finishing with Biggie being the winner. He got him, as soon as he got his nose in front, that was it. He was away like a scolded cat, and nobody was going to catch him. Like I said earlier, he had a taste of victory last week, and he wants more, and he's going to get it as he comes through the final a few turns through the chicane. A great race from Biggie, thoroughly deserved. Took his opportunity when it arose in the early laps, and fantastic win for him. Hodgie across the line in 2nd, another great race from Hodgie to finish in 2nd. Nigel manages to just get himself across the line in 3rd with P. White 4th, Fazer in 5th, and then we've got quite a gap then back to Slowpoke, who finishes in 6th. He's followed by Grahamid Ali in 7th. Declan across the line in 8th. Viking, he will come across the line in 9th. So well done to Viking. Kean, well, unlucky. A few penalties cost him in this race, but across the line in 10th for Kean, and then Castrian in 11th. Fantastic racing here in France. I hope you can join us next week. Darren at Idle 4 Gaming should be back, and he will cover next week's races, where we will be at the Dragon Trail Seaside track. So yeah, we all look forward to that one. So yeah, catch you all later. Thanks for watching.